I understand you're not out in some vendetta after McCabe, but doesn't this all have to come out? I mean, we're hearing there's a lot of even bigger smoking guns that are about to come out.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about that. This memo is not the last piece of evidence in this story. It's an important gathering of the evidence, and it's a laying out of the evidence, but it certainly doesn't cover all periods of time. And, I can say generally as it relates to the FISA laws, there are original applications for FISA warrants, and then the law requires those FISA warrants to be renewed every 90 days based on the information collected. And so I think that we've got to have a very broad view of the evidence and the full time period before evaluating what reforms we would make in the Congress to this process to ensure it doesn't happen again. And, you mentioned Mr. McCabe as a central figure in so much of what went on. That has come out by looking at the text messages of Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. And we're called like conspiracy theorists because we see this cabal right in front of us. We're able to aggregate these data points and show what was really going on. The reality is we're just looking at the very messages that the people that were at the center of the Hillary Clinton investigation and the center of Robert Mueller's investigation were saying to one another. I mean, that seems to be an entirely reasonable review of the facts to look at the communications between people who had central roles in the investigation. And I don't think there's any dispute that there was extreme bias, but not only bias in their minds, in their actions, in their planning, in the things that they were doing. And it's one of the reasons why I filed legislation today to get this memo released. I was joined by 35 of my Republican colleagues. And also this evening, I'll be taking the floor of the Congress with over a dozen members, each giving their own voice to this movement to get this memo released so that we can have a debate and discussion in the public about its contents.